Hi, this is Kenna. So a lot of people have been asking me, why did I join EXP? So I thought maybe just taking a minute to kind of explain my story and let you guys know, what's been going on in my business and my life. So when I first started in real estate, I worked under a broker, like most of us do. Worked under a brokerage. They didn't offer a lot of training, support. They didn't really offer much of anything. I felt like a rogue agent on my own, just trying to figure it out. And unfortunately, I have to admit that I learned a lot by failure. So I kind of failed my way forward to realize, exactly how the real estate market worked and all of that. So I then met my husband, which brought me to moving to a new location, which is pretty scary for a realtor. But it also gave me the realization of, do I really want to stay with a broker? I interviewed at other agencies. I went to 5 or 6 different ones, and I really didn't feel that connection, that like sync of what I was looking for. Just more collaborative. I didn't like the competitive environment. For me, it was more important that we helped each other and we all grew together. So that was really valuable to me. So I opened my own independent agency. I thought, okay, there's no one out there that's, matches with me. So I went ahead and opened my own. And of course, it's very expensive. I had to hire staff. I hired an assistant. I hired a transaction coordinator. Then as we grew, I started to need an office. So then I rented an office. So I have a huge office space of about 3,000 square foot. Started recruiting agents, training agents. And so each part of the stage was just a very painful, expensive process. If I had known about EXP back then, it could have saved me tons and tons of time and money. But it's all learning. So it's all for value to have that education process. It's very expensive. But what I quickly learned, I have a real estate coach, and he asked me, okay, Jen, so now you have about 10, 11 agents working for you, an office, a team, all this. He goes, could you imagine having 100 agents at your brokerage? And the funny thing is, usually I'm very growth minded. I want to grow. I want to make a good living. I said, that's terrifying. I cannot imagine having 100 agents. As of right now, they take up a lot of my time. I was making a lot more money as an agent, because as a top performing agent, you get to keep the money that you earn. When you have a team, I'm splitting it. We're pooling all of our resources. I have more overhead. I have more staff needed for more transactions. So the money that you end up at the end of the year isn't what it was when you're an independent person, obviously a regular agent. So just that was a big eye opener for me, that I couldn't even imagine more growth, because more growth would mean to have 100 agents, I'd need 4 offices. I would need 20, staff in the office. I would need, all my expenses would rise if I wanted to actually go out and recruit. And I couldn't imagine what my time would be like, because even now with 10 agents, I felt like I was pretty maxed out. Between trying to sell some homes on my own and trying to help them with their contracts and all of that, it was just a lot. Another kind of issue that I had is that every time that an agent would progress and do really well, my coaching and training, and I'd spend a lot of time with them, show them how to do marketing, how to convert leads. I'm spending all this effort and money into working with them, that once they got to a certain point and a certain amount of success, they just would go somewhere else. They would just leave. So that was a big pain point for me too. Or the agents that never really progressed, never sold any more houses, would stay. So it was kind of like, for me, just a really tough process, always having to work with these realtors and trying to get them up to par, and a lot of time and investment, that 100 agents would be pretty terrifying. So I came to that realization, and he's a good friend of mine, a coach, someone I respect, and he also owned an independent. So when he starts talking about EXP, I was immediately like, no, why would I do that? I'm an independent. I have my own show going. I have all these other expenses and employees. I felt like it was taking a step backwards to do that. But when I really started to understand the model more, and the fact that I can actually scale my business to an unlimited amount, I'm not limited to just working in my local area, which as a realtor, you imagine, if I wanted to extend another area, I need another office, I need to hire more people, it takes a lot to open a new market. I could literally overnight basically be a broker, because now I've dropped down to an associate broker, but I can still grow my own team, work with my own team, recruit, hire, coach, and train agents all over the country. So it took me a long time to wrap my head around what that means. But when I really, really saw the potential, I went, holy cow, this is huge. And I'm starting to see that's why other top teams are all joining. There's a huge team that just joined down in Miami, a couple hundred agents. So even these independents are all moving to this model, because first of all, it's all online. So, and then you're not having to do all the training yourself. So rather than me being the only coach, I can actually leverage my other coaches to help train my local team. So now I joined a group. It's called the Breakout Movement. We have a Facebook Live page that other independent brokers, we all share and coach on information. So we take on a topic rather than it always just being me. I'll take on a topic to explain, but I also can leverage other people to help me coach and train my team. We all have so much to offer. All of our experience is different. We have so much that our collaboration together, we can really grow and scale. And that's how we're going to compete with these big companies. The Redfin, Zillow is now offering cash offer program for homes and marketing it like crazy. I saw it on commercials when I was in Vegas. So there's so many different threats that we have in our marketplace, just being a realtor. People can put their homes online themselves for free and sell it themselves and save a commission. Our housing market right now is so hot that they're able to, if the house is in good condition, they're able to put it online and pretty much we know it will sell. So we're just really having to find new ways to offer more value, keep our prices where they should be, so we're actually getting paid for the services that we offer. And EXP allows you to have a virtual real estate team anywhere in the country, and then you continuously make money as your agents do well. So usually that's the brokerage model, right? You have to be your own independent broker to benefit from anyone on the team. KW did something with profit sharing, but it was so murky, it never really made sense to me because you don't know what that final profit's going to be. So it's the revenue that came in minus expenses, minus office overhead, split by the number of agents. I mean, you might end up with $120 at the end of the month. So it just wasn't a really viable option when I looked at it. I know Exit kind of has a recruiting model that's kind of similar, that you get a percentage, but they don't offer more services, because how do I recruit people when I'm not really offering them anything? So I don't want to recruit my friends because they know I'm making money on it, or people that I meet. I just kind of feel like I'm pushing a product that nobody wants. But EXP's got so much value. It's got shares of stock in the company. So you're actually becoming a shareholder. The more the company grows, the better that you do. So it's got so many different features to it. It's fantastic. So just want to tell my story because a lot of people are asking. That's why I closed my independent and actually joined up with EXP. I think it's a really fantastic product. If you guys have questions or anything, please reach out to me. I could definitely give you more details on it, or kind of see where your situation is and if it's a good fit. If it's not, no problem. There's plenty of options out there. So anyhow, thanks guys. Talk to you later.